defensively, they played well offensively, and turned around what was a late second quarter 12-point deficit into a lead with a lot of that charge pushed by Jae'Sean Tate.
Goes a length to the floor, gets to the basket, uses the left hand to lay it up and in, shielding the McDaniels, the taller defender. What a play by Tate. Another score. He's 6 for 7. He's got 14 points, 6 boards, and 3 assists, putting on a show.
Kevin Porter Jr. outlet to Jae'Sean Tate for that bucket. It worked very well. They did it again moments later.
Here's Tate down the baseline, underneath, on the reverse, scoops and scores, and the Rockets have come back from 12 down to regain a 1-point lead, 67-66.
According to the play-by-play, that 67-66 lead for the Rockets lasted 8 seconds. The good news was they got it back 21 seconds later.
Back to Porter, on the weave to Wood. Pulls back, shoots for 3, hits. Rockets back out in front by 170-69.
The strong third quarter for Houston, again pushed by Jae'Sean Tate, continued with this whirling dervish in the lane.
Porter, nowhere to go on Edwards. Back to Olynyk. Inside to Tate, spinning on Rubio. Now you see him, now you don't as he lays it up and in. Timeout, Chris Finch.
An 11-point third quarter for Jae'Sean Tate. Rockets went up 3. They were up 2 late in the period, and Jae'Sean Tate dropping in his 19th and 20th points of the game.
Now to Tate, driving kick. Wilson fakes the 3, little show and go, splits 2, hands it into Tate, backs away from a couple of defenders, and throws it up and in with the left hand.
He's been in the game for about 30 seconds. Bucket. Unfortunately, he would not score again. Ended up playing almost the entire fourth quarter. Took just 1 shot, did not make it. So those 20 points he had there through 3 was what he finished with, his 5th 20-point game of the season. Rockets would end up taking a 1-point lead at 79-78 into the fourth quarter. Heading into the fourth quarter with the lead, the Rockets were 13-6 on the season. As it turned out, it turned into the 8th win for the Wolves on the season when they did not lead going into the fourth quarter. Now 8-33 on the season, but the Rockets again were up 1 heading to the fourth quarter. DJ Wilson, whose line certainly won't indicate the kind of game that he had. A nice job here setting up the offense.
To Wilson at the foul line, inside to Olynyk, wrap around back to KJ. Terrific ball and man movement, and KJ dunks it down. Rockets seesaw back out in front by 180-180.
The hockey assist there for Wilson, and then Martin put the biscuit in the basket, and the Rockets went up 81-80. KJ Martin had 15 points off the Rockets bench. Very aggressive, very active, and very much needed in this ball game tonight. And he found an opening. He was on the right-hand side of the court, faked the jumper, blew by Karl-Anthony Towns, and threw it down.
Here's Tate, right to left over the top, and keep working on Vanderbilt. Plays it back to Wilson. Jumps it off right-hand corner. KJ gets by Towns, comes down the baseline, and slams it home.
Big-time slam for KJ Martin. Rockets had a 3-point lead, and then the Rockets found themselves down at 9, 102-93. As the Wolves pushed that lead out to, again, a 9-point cushion right there, and the Rockets knew they had to get some stops, meaning they needed to play a little bit better defense, maybe even force a turnover. Kelly Olynyk did just that.
Steal for Houston. Edwards had his pocket pictures. Olynyk in on Hernan Gomez down low to the basket, bullied him to the rim and laid it up and in. 26 for Olynyk, tying his season best.
5-point game there, 102-97. Olynyk with 2 steals, Tate with 2 steals, Martin and Bradley each with 2 of the Rockets' 9 steals in the game. 9 of the 14 turnovers for the Wolves, a result of Rockets' steals. And then Kevin Porter Jr., who just could not put the ball in the basket, finally, at a key moment, hit his first shot.
Here's Wood to Olynyk, back to Kevin Porter, open for 3, it's in the air, it's good! What a time to make your first shot, Kevin Porter Jr.
2-point game. Open was putting it mildly. There wasn't anywhere around him, and he was finally able to size one up and drop it in. Rockets would get a 3-point play opportunity moments later when Christian Wood took the ball right at Karl-Anthony Towns, was able to drop it in and get fouled. Although at that point in time, it was not the 6th foul on Cat. Instead, they gave it to D'Angelo Russell. but would not convert the free throw. It did not give the Rockets the lead. Instead, it stalled them out at 102, and that's essentially when the Timberwolves put the game away, even with Karl Anthony Towns fouling out. From the point in time where the Rockets tied it at 102, there were 2 minutes and 38 seconds left in the game. By the time the Rockets scored again with 44 seconds left, they were already down 8, and ultimately they lost by 7, 114-107, the final score at 7 because KPJ hit the final shot of the game, a three-pointer. So he finished with 10 points, 5 assists, 5 rebounds on 2 of 12 shooting. He had 5 of the team's 17 turnovers in the game. We'll continue with the Memorial Hermann post-game show. We'll look around the NBA next, and we will make you scratch your head when I tell you exactly how many shots the Golden State Warriors made in their first half tonight against the Dallas Mavericks.
Doug loves his versatile new Toyota.